What makes a superstar like Shohei Ohtani turn down one of baseball's greatest honors? Why would the face of the Dodgers, a man known for humility and excellence, quietly reject a Silver Slugger Trophy that every hitter dreams of? Is there something deeper at play, something that goes beyond stats, fame, or pride? Could this decision reveal a side of Ohtani we've never truly seen before? Stick around, because the truth behind this shocking choice might just change the way we look at Ohtani and what it really means to play for the love of the game. Most players would kill for a Silver Slugger, the spotlight, the validation, the legacy. But Shohei Ohtani isn't most players. While others celebrate personal awards, Ohtani quietly walks away from one. Some call it arrogance. Others call it integrity. Dave Roberts says it's something deeper, a reflection of what Ohtani stands for. In a world where fame often screams louder than principle, Ohtani just whispered the boldest message of all. So what's really going on here? Why would a man loved by millions turn down baseball glory? Let's dig into the truth behind this unbelievable decision. Imagine this: the biggest name in baseball, the Dodgers megastar, refuses to accept his Silver Slugger Trophy, and no one knows why. No interviews. No statements. Just silence. But behind that silence, something powerful is brewing. Dave Roberts says there's a reason, something fans aren't seeing yet. And now, insiders are revealing details that could flip the entire story upside down. Could Ohtani's quiet protest be about more than just an award? Could it shake the very foundation of how MLB recognizes greatness? Stay with us, because this mystery is about to get a whole lot deeper. Before we dive into this shocking Ohtani update, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to Los Angeles Dodgers Club, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a single breaking story about your boys in blue. Because today's story is something that has the baseball world stunned, confused, and honestly speechless. Shohei Ohtani, the face of the Dodgers and arguably the most talented player on the planet, has reportedly refused to accept his Silver Slugger Trophy. And what's even more surprising is what manager Dave Roberts just revealed about the situation. What's the real story behind this? Is this about pride, principle, or something deeper that fans aren't being told? When you hear that Ohtani has turned down one of baseball's most respected awards, the first thing you think is, that can't be true. After all, this is Shohei Ohtani. We're talking about the two-way superstar who plays the game with humility, discipline, and an unmatched work ethic. But sources close to the Dodgers say the reports are real. Ohtani didn't just skip a ceremony or delay a response. He actually refused to accept the Silver Slugger Trophy entirely. And now everyone's asking the same question: why? To understand this shocking twist, we have to look at where Ohtani came from this past season. The 2024 campaign was one of the most intense years of his life. After signing the biggest contract in sports history to join the Los Angeles Dodgers, Ohtani carried not just expectations, but pressure unlike anything we've ever seen. Every game, every swing, every at-bat was magnified. And even though he couldn't pitch due to his elbow recovery, his bat alone kept the Dodgers dangerous. He hit bombs, delivered clutch RBIs, and showed that his presence at the plate was as powerful as ever. He didn't just live up to the hype, he became the heart of this new Dodgers era. When the Silver Slugger nominations came out, fans had no doubt Ohtani would win. How could he not? He dominated offensively while adjusting to a new team, a new city, and the immense spotlight of Los Angeles. But something unexpected began to surface behind the scenes. Insiders started whispering that Ohtani didn't seem thrilled about the award. He didn't talk about it. He didn't post about it. He didn't even mention it to teammates. He just kept doing what he always does: train, focus, and keep his head down. And then the bombshell dropped. Reports leaked that Ohtani had quietly refused to accept the trophy, sending shockwaves through the baseball world. The league, fans, even his own teammates were blindsided. The Silver Slugger is one of the sport's most prestigious honors, celebrating the best hitters in each position. So why would one of the best to ever swing a bat say no thanks? Dave Roberts, who's always known for his calm demeanor, decided to speak up. During a recent press conference, When asked directly about the rumors, Roberts didn't deny them. Instead, he gave a statement that left everyone even more curious. He said, "There's a reason behind everything Shohei does. It's not about pride or awards for him. There's something deeper to it." Those few words changed the entire narrative. Because Roberts wasn't frustrated. He wasn't defensive. He spoke with respect, almost admiration. And that told fans that this wasn't about ego at all. So what exactly is that deeper reason? According to sources close to the team, Ohtani's decision was about principle. He reportedly believes that this year's Silver Slugger award didn't fully represent what the honor was supposed to stand for. That the process, the voting, the politics, the media influence had shifted it away from celebrating pure performance. Ohtani felt that the award had become more about popularity than true merit. And accepting something he didn't believe was fair or transparent didn't sit right with him. Instead of making a big public statement, he quietly chose to walk away. Think about that for a moment. In an era where athletes chase every trophy, every endorsement, every headline, Ohtani went in the opposite direction. This isn't the first time he's done something selfless either. Remember when he donated his World Baseball Classic winnings to his teammates? Or when he deflected credit during press interviews to praise others? That's who he is. For Ohtani, it's never been about attention, it's about authenticity. So if he believed something wasn't earned the right way, he'd rather stand by his values than hold up a trophy that didn't mean what it used to. But of course, not everyone sees it that way. Some sports commentators have criticized his decision, calling it unnecessary drama. They say it's disrespectful to fans and to the tradition of the game. They argue that an award like the Silver Slugger is a symbol of excellence, and refusing it sends the wrong message to younger players. Yet, those who truly know Ohtani disagree. They see this as an act of quiet conviction, not rebellion. Dave Roberts expanded on his earlier statement later in the week. He said, "Shohei doesn't care about the spotlight. He's not rejecting baseball, he's protecting what it stands for. He holds himself to a higher standard." That line resonated deeply with fans. Because in those words, Roberts wasn't just defending Ohtani. He was explaining what makes him special. The two share a mutual respect that's rare between player and manager. Roberts understands that Ohtani's decisions, no matter how confusing they seem, always come from a place of thought and integrity. Behind closed doors, sources say the Dodgers clubhouse has rallied around Ohtani. Players like Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, and Will Smith all reportedly support his stance. Even if they don't fully understand his reasoning, they respect it. One insider said Ohtani actually addressed his teammates privately, explaining that he didn't want to make a scene but couldn't accept an award that didn't reflect fairness. That conversation reportedly left many teammates inspired, not disappointed. For them, it wasn't about the trophy, it was about a man standing for what he believes baseball should represent. And that's what makes this story so powerful. In a game that often measures greatness by numbers, Ohtani just reminded everyone that character still matters. He's redefining what it means to be a leader, not by speaking loudly, but by acting with quiet conviction. His actions speak louder than any acceptance speech ever could. The public response has been just as divided as you'd expect. On social media, Dodgers fans are flooding timelines with support. Some call him the most authentic player in baseball. Others say his silence speaks louder than any ceremony could. But there are critics too, those who think he should have accepted the award gracefully and avoided controversy. Still, Ohtani doesn't seem to care. He's not on social media responding to comments or clarifying rumors. He's at the facility, working, training, preparing for what's next. Because that's what he does, he focuses on the game. There's also growing speculation that Ohtani's quiet refusal might lead to something bigger. Some reports suggest that MLB is already discussing potential changes to the award selection process. There are whispers about introducing a more transparent system that relies less on media bias and more on pure player performance. If that's true, Ohtani's decision could end up sparking real change in how baseball recognizes its best hitters. Imagine that one player saying no and forcing an entire league to re-evaluate its standards. That's not rebellion. That's influence. And yet, as massive as this story is, Ohtani himself has stayed completely silent. No statements. No interviews. Nothing. That's what makes this situation so fascinating. The silence itself has become the message. As one reporter put it, sometimes the loudest statement a legend can make is silence. Maybe that's exactly what Ohtani wants. To let people think. To let the game reflect on itself. To remind fans that baseball isn't just about awards, it's about integrity, effort, and love for the sport. Dave Roberts also deserves credit for how he's handled the entire situation. He could have brushed off questions or tried to downplay the story. Instead, he stood by his player. That sends a message not just to fans, but to the rest of the team. The Dodgers are more than a roster of stars, they're a family built on trust and respect. And Ohtani's choice, while controversial, has actually strengthened that bond. It's made the Dodgers clubhouse tighter, more united, and more motivated than ever heading into the new season. Still, questions remain. Will Ohtani ever publicly explain his decision? Will MLB release a statement? For now, both seem unlikely. Ohtani has always been selective with his words. When he finally does speak on this, it'll be brief, honest, and probably surprising. Because that's who he is, a man who doesn't need to justify his beliefs with long speeches. His actions always tell the story. And maybe that's the real lesson here. Shohei Ohtani isn't just a player chasing records. He's a reminder that greatness isn't defined by trophies, but by integrity. Every generation gets one athlete who transcends the sport, someone who changes how people think about the game itself. For baseball, that person is Ohtani. His refusal of the Silver Slugger might look like a small moment on paper, but in reality, it speaks volumes about who he is. It's not defiance, it's devotion to what he believes the game should be. Even with this controversy swirling, Ohtani hasn't lost focus. He's still in the cage, working on his swing. Still showing up early. Still inspiring his teammates. The Dodgers know that as long as Ohtani is on their side, they're not just playing to win games, they're playing to uphold something bigger. A standard. A code. A belief that the game is about more than numbers on a scoreboard. And maybe that's why this story resonates so deeply with Dodgers fans. Because it's not just about baseball anymore. It's about values. It's about watching a superstar who could have everything, choose instead to stand for something. In a world where everyone chases attention, Ohtani's silence has become the loudest voice in the room. It's a reminder that true greatness doesn't need applause, it earns respect quietly, through action, through consistency, and through moments like this. So as the dust settles and the headlines fade, one thing remains clear: Shohei Ohtani's legacy just got even more powerful. Not because of the records he's broken, but because of the principles he refuses to compromise. Whether you agree with his decision or not, you can't ignore the impact. He's made fans think. He's made the league listen. And he's shown that even in the most glamorous corners of professional sports, integrity still has a place. And that's why we love this team. The Dodgers aren't just about winning championships. They're about doing things the right way, with class, with respect, and with heart. Ohtani's decision, strange as it may seem, fits perfectly with that philosophy. It's a reminder that being a Dodger means more than just wearing the jersey. It means standing tall, even when the spotlight's bright. So Dodgers fans, what do you think? Was Ohtani right to turn down the Silver Slugger Trophy? Or should he have accepted it as a symbol of his incredible season? Drop your thoughts in the comments, we want to hear from you. And before you go, make sure to like this video, subscribe to Los Angeles Dodgers Club, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another breaking update about your favorite team. Because sometimes, the biggest stories aren't about what's said, they're about what's left unsaid. And for Shohei Ohtani, silence might just be the most powerful statement of all.